Okay, so today we're going to be working with exponent rules practice day number 4. We're going to start with the solution. Our very first solution is 9y to the 4th power x squared, and we're going to be working backwards. We want to come up with a problem that, using the product rule, will give us this as a solution. So we are going to be using all the different rules, but we're going to start with the product rule. To figure out what the product rule is, we're going to go back to our notes, properties of exponents. And if you look at your notes, the product rule involves multiplying, hence product. And it involves multiplying different variables with the same base, and which will result in adding their exponents. So if you look at the example that we're given, we're multiplying x to the 5th times x to the 3rd, which will require us to keep the base x and add the exponents 5 and 3, which results in x to the 8th. So we want to use the same rule, to come up with a problem that would give us 9y to the 4th x squared. Now, there are different combinations that you can make to come up with this, using the product rule to come up with the same solution. So don't feel limited. I'm just going to give you one. So I'm going to come up with two things that I need to multiply together. The first thing is going to be 3y. I'm just going to use 2y so far. I have a total of 4y's that I need to multiply. I'm going to start off using 2. And I have 2 x's, so I'm just going to use 1 x. I'm going to multiply this by 3 again, because 3 times 3 gives me 9. I used 2y so far. I need to use 2 more y's. So times y squared. And I used 1 x so far. I need to use 2 x's, so times x. So I came up with two different things. And just to check this, just to make sure that this works, I'm going to go ahead and multiply. 3 times 3 is 9. Y squared times y squared. Again, I keep the base, the y. And I add the exponents. 2 plus 2 is 4. Then I look at my x's. If you don't see an exponent, you put an invisible 1. There's an invisible 1 exponent. So I keep the base, which is x, and I add their exponents, which is 1 plus 1 is 2, which is what I wanted. I ended up with this solution. So the problem that I came up with using the product rule is 3y squared x times 3y squared x. Now what I want you to do is I want you to pause this video, and I want you to go back to Exponent Rules Practice Day 4, and I want you to complete the rest of the column on that page using the product rule.